Houston Texans fans, I don't know about you, but it feels like we are constantly fine-tuning this roster to gain that final edge before the season. The Texans have officially signed wide receiver DJ Turner while waiving tight end Lewis Hansen in a corresponding move. Adding a versatile playmaker like Turner with his experience in the Raiders system creates an interesting ripple effect for our depth charts. There are really two sides to this update: what the signing adds to our offense and why the front office shifted priorities today. Let's get into it. Hit that like button and subscribe. The Houston Texans have officially shaken up the roster by signing wide receiver DJ Turner while waiving tight end Lewis Hansen in a corresponding move. This acquisition brings a seasoned veteran to our receiving corps, as Turner enters the building with a professional history that began at Maryland before his transfer to Pittsburgh and an eventual stint as an undrafted free agent with the Raiders in 2021. Throughout his career, he has logged 16 catches for 158 yards and 1 touchdown, all occurring during the 2024 season, while also contributing on the ground with 9 carries for 56 yards and another score. For us as Houston Texans fans, this move is met with a mix of cautious curiosity and standard training camp intrigue, as we always wonder if a new face can provide that necessary depth to push our offense to the next level under DeMeco Ryans. The part fans are not ready for is the reality of the roster churn that inevitably leaves familiar names on the outside looking in as we refine the squad. Watching a player like Hansen depart reminds everyone that these decisions are difficult and precise. It brings us to a pressing question that defines the mood of this week. Is Turner being brought in simply to provide veteran insurance for the practice squad? Or does the coaching staff truly envision a path for him to climb the depth chart and make an impact during the regular season? We have to look closer at the current rotation of wideouts to see if this is just a minor adjustment or a sign of deeper concerns. The most surprising aspect of bringing in DJ Turner is how the front office is prioritizing veteran depth as we enter the heat of the preseason grind. We are essentially betting on a 29-year-old playmaker who brings a unique dual-threat capability to our receiver room after he spent years grinding through the ranks with the Raiders. Turner was an undrafted free agent out of Pittsburgh who truly fought for every single snap he earned in the league. During his breakout 2024 season, he tallied 16 catches for 158 yards and a touchdown, while also proving he could contribute on the ground with 9 carries for 56 yards and another score. And honestly, it is refreshing to see this team add a versatile piece who has already survived the pressure of active roster transitions and futures contracts. Historically, our leadership under Cal McNair has shown a willingness to bring in guys with chips on their shoulders, much like other franchises that value grit over pure draft pedigree. Behind closed doors, DeMeco Ryans and his staff are likely looking for players who can handle specialized roles during the final push for roster spots. By waiving Lewis Hansen to clear this space, the organization is sending a clear signal that they want more proven versatility in the passing attack, even if it comes from a journeyman talent. It is a calculated move to inject speed and experience into the rotation before the schedule intensifies. Watching how this develops throughout the remaining practices will be essential as we determine who finally sticks on the 53-man roster for the upcoming season. So that is the roster news for today, but what nobody is talking about is the quiet strategy driving these adjustments as we gear up for the season ahead. Signing DJ Turner is a calculated move that adds a versatile piece to our depth chart, specifically looking at his ability to contribute as both a receiver and a runner. By waiving Lewis Hansen to create this opening, the front office is signaling a clear shift toward prioritizing speed and flexibility at the skill positions. This move provides us with a seasoned veteran who has been tested in the league, bringing 16 catches for 158 yards and 2 total touchdowns to our offensive rotation. As we look at the upcoming calendar, having a player who can adapt to different roles will be vital for navigating the physicality of our schedule and keeping our play calling unpredictable for opposing defenses. This level of competition for roster spots keeps our team sharp and ensures that every individual is fighting to earn their keep before the games that matter most. When we look at our standing within the division, the goal is always to create a more robust unit that can outlast the teams we face twice a year. Improving our depth means we are better prepared to handle injuries and maintain our competitive edge as we chase a playoff spot. Depth is the backbone of any championship caliber team, and by refining our roster now, we are positioning ourselves to be in the best possible shape when we reach the critical stretches of the season in the coming months ahead. The Houston Texans are making a calculated roster adjustment by signing receiver DJ Turner and parting ways with tight end Hansen. The upside here is clear because Turner offers legitimate versatility as both a pass catcher and a secondary rushing option, having recorded 16 catches for 158 yards, 1 touchdown, and 9 carries for 56 yards with another score in 2024. Think about it this way. Adding a player with this specific dual-threat profile provides DeMeco Ryans extra flexibility in our offensive scheme during training camp. However, the risk remains that at 29 years old, Turner is essentially a depth piece who has struggled to maintain a permanent spot on an active roster since entering the league in 2021. Some analysts suggest that this move is purely about finding cheap insurance at the wide receiver position, though others argue we are simply shuffling the bottom of our depth chart to see if any late-blooming veterans can surprise the coaching staff. While trade rumors on X.com and Facebook often swirl around veteran wideouts or younger practice squad hopefuls, Turner brings a level of proven professional experience that can help stabilize a competitive room. Here is where I land on this. While I appreciate the effort to bring in a versatile athlete, I suspect the hype surrounding his potential impact is a bit overblown by those looking for a major spark. We are seeing a practical move designed to foster competition, but fans should keep expectations grounded as we prepare for the long season ahead. It is a minor transaction that serves our roster needs without shifting our core identity as we push toward our primary goals. When we weigh these roster adjustments against the broader ambitions of the front office, the emerging picture is one of disciplined, bottom-up competition designed to sustain our championship window. By swapping Hansen for DJ Turner, the Texans are clearly prioritizing versatile depth as we look toward the next few seasons of contention under DeMeco Ryans. Turner brings 16 catches for 158 yards and a touchdown from his 2024 campaign, plus his ability to contribute in the ground game with 56 rushing yards and a score, offering a unique dual-threat dynamic in the receiver room. Here's the thing nobody wants to say. While moving on from a tight end might seem minor, it signals that every spot on this roster is currently being evaluated to ensure we maximize our offensive efficiency during the prime years of our core contributors. You should feel encouraged by this move because it demonstrates that our leadership is constantly hunting for marginal gains to sharpen the depth chart. We are not just standing pat. We are actively refining our personnel to ensure we have seasoned players who can step up when called upon. It is about building a culture where experience and versatility are the primary currencies for securing a spot on the field. To help us get a better sense of how the fan base is reacting to this specific addition, do you believe that DJ Turner will earn a permanent spot on the active roster by the start of the regular season? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Toro time, I'll see you in the next one.